my channel. I am Stephanie. This is day 18 of VEDA, video every day in April, and I'm going to revisit one of the over 2,000 books that I have read over the last 10 years. I'm going to do some fun questions for some audience and viewer engagement, and then I'm going to give you guys some recommendations for Fairytale Retellings that I think you should go check out. Okay, so as I said, this is day 18. I think I did that. I think I did my intro wrong. But anyways, VEDA, video every day in April, is something that I like to do. Been doing it for quite a few years. This year's format is so much fun. I am having a great time. I hope you guys are having a great time with these videos and everything like that. So I'm going to revisit a book that I read. I put over the 2,000 book titles into a randomizer and it spit out a title for me. Now, the fun part about this is that I get to try and figure out if I remember who wrote the book, what the book was about, and tell you guys if I would still read it again after we revisit it over on my Goodreads. Then I have these pod deck questions that I have been using and starting conversations with you guys. So much fun. I'm going to do 2 of those. And then I'm going to give you 2 recommendations for Fairytale Retellings that I think you guys should go check out. So let's jump into the book that I'm supposed to try and figure out what it is, or if I remember it. Today's book is Beholden, which is Salvation number 2. Of course, I know this is by Corinne Michaels. This is part of the Salvation series that I absolutely love and adore. It was one of the first books that I read from Corinne Michaels, and I love this series. This is the second book in that very first series where we meet Jackson and Catherine. Jackson has just went through something, and Catherine is now trying to figure out where she wants to go with the relationship she has with Jackson. And we're still meeting all the guys of the Salvation. Whatchamacallit? That's not what it's called. What is their company called? Oh my goodness, I am drawing a blank on what the company's name is, but it's the company that Jackson runs, and they're amazing, and Navy SEALs and everything like that. I read the first book in this duet because I had a meet and greet with Corinne Michaels, and I absolutely loved it. So let's go see what I actually said about this book, which is the second book in the duet when I read it. Alrighty, as I said, this is book 2 in the Belonging duet, book 2 in the Salvation series overall, and it is by Corinne Michaels. I gave it 5 stars when I read it. And for those that, let's see, when did I read this? I read it in, oh wow, I wrote the review for the box set. So let me switch on over and check that out. Alrighty, so I read this in 2016, gave it 5 stars overall for the bundle and everything like that. And here's what I said. OMG, where do I even start with this freaking amazingly wonderful this duet is? With how amazingly wonderful this duet is. I can't read right now. I read these 2 books in the box set and was provided the entire range of emotions that could be offered by an author. I cried, laughed, yelled, swooned, and had heart-stopping moments where I felt everything that these characters felt throughout this story, right along with them. The emotional roller coaster was amazing, and I can't wait to read the spin-off duet and standalone. What is even better is that I actually get to meet Corinne Michaels this year at 2 book signings and hopefully a private event. Hopefully I don't fangirl too much. This is obviously back when I was writing these things. I did do a specific video review for it, and then of course you can find all my other reviews there as well. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved this series. As it came out, I continued on reading them and fell even more in love with Corinne's writing and everything like that. Okay, so question number one for the pod deck from the pod deck is, what is the scariest sound you could hear in the middle of the night? Oh my goodness. So it drives me absolutely crazy to hear our fire detector go off. Oh my goodness. It is like heart stopping. Heart stopping. That one, and probably like the cracking of a tree or like something imploding, what have you. So we live really, we don't, not anymore, but it's close enough that we can still hear military ranges being held. So the big booms and things like that, it sounds like construction or something like that. We have gotten used to that. Also the overhead sort of noise traffic from aircraft and things like that, that doesn't necessarily bother us, but to hear like that crack and boom late at night during the storms and things like that scares the ever living crap out of me, because about 2.5 years ago we had a tree come down in the front of our house, and had I not seen or heard that kind of cracking going on, it would have fell into my car. We got out there just an amount and a good and like an enough time to move my car from where it was in our driveway down the driveway into the street, to not have my car completely destroyed by a car falling, or a tree falling on it. Why does it say car? For a tree to fall on it. So, whoo, yeah, those are like the sound of a breaking tree is so super scary. I think that's even more scary than the fire alarm going off. Alrighty, question number two from the pod deck is, do you have a signature move or quirk that people notice or comment on? So when I was younger, a lot of people said that I had a very distinctive laugh. Um, and there's that. And I don't think there's anything else. I think it's mainly that. I think I don't know in my now adult age if there's something that I have a signature for or anything like that, but definitely when I was younger it was my laugh. I don't know if it's changed or anything like that, but yeah. People seem to know my laugh. Definitely. Alrighty, so Fairytale Retellings. Let me tell you guys, I absolutely love Fairytale Retellings. I fell into a deep hole for them last year, or maybe it was the year before that. Maybe it's been 3 years. I don't know. Time has been flying with the Panini Press and everything like that. But when I tell you, when I read Love in the Wild by Emma Castle, it gave me all of the feels for Tarzan that I never knew that I really wanted, and took me back to my childhood of watching that Disney Tarzan movie, listening to Phil Collins talking about singing that song and everything like that. I have Elton John in my head right now. That is not the song that goes to that movie. But I have Phil Collins in my head as well. So it's like a mission. The song is the Elton John song, but the name, I can hear the melody. It's weird. I don't know, guys. Yeah. So I'm off on a tangent. But this book is like a retelling that I didn't know that I needed, and I was here for it. Then I had the pleasure, the pleasure of reading early access to the Sinister Fairytale series, written by multiple different authors, all of these books right here. And I must say that I would have to say majority of them I absolutely loved. Absolutely loved. There were a couple that were like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And most of them at this point in time have gotten new covers. Some of them have gotten new names or new titles and things like that. But when I read them, I thoroughly enjoyed most of them and think it was such a fun and interesting and dark and twisted way to tell these very known fairy tales. So you have Rapunzel, you have Anastasia, you have um, Elsa from Frozen, you have Mulan, you have Cinderella with a small little twist of Beauty and the Beast with it. Then you have um, Little Mermaid, and there are just so many. Alice in Wonderland, that one was super crazy, guys. But I really, really, really enjoyed them. Peter Pan. Oh, I loved the Peter Pan one. Woo, so much, so much. But yeah, there were so many that I absolutely adored and really, really enjoyed, and hope that you guys will go out and check them out if you can find them under these names or under their new names. But yeah, definitely check them out. Alrighty, so I revisited a book that I read and nailed it, of course. Some days I haven't been nailing it, but today I nailed it. And you guys got a cool story about, how I got to meet the author, how pretty much how I started meeting authors, because that was one of the books that started that journey, as well as two fun interactive questions that you guys can answer down in the comment section. What's a signature move of yours or a quirk that people recognize you for? And the scariest sound that you've ever heard. Let's talk about it. Let's share some moments down in the comment section. And I let you guys in on some fairytale retellings that I think you should go check out if fairytale retellings are your jam. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel, my PayPal, my Patreon, and all my other social links are down there as well. So you can follow me everywhere. I put different content on different platforms. So make sure you're following me everywhere to get a little bit of stuff from me. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in tomorrow's video. If you